Echo Mike, departing runway 26, Mountain Empire. We'll be staying in the pattern. Mountain Empire traffic, Musketeer 9er Echo Mike, departing runway 26, Mountain Empire. We'll be staying in the pattern, making a full stop landing, Mountain Empire. So we're going to use up as much runway as we can. Come over, turn, get lined up. Runway 26 faces west. We are lined up. Full throttle. Stay on the center line. We'll feel the plane start to come up. We'll give it a little bit of back pressure. So we got 4,000 feet of runway left. And we're coming up. We're going to stay in ground effect. Down close to the runway. 3,000 feet of runway left. If we had to abort, we still could. 2,000 feet left, probably could. And we're climbing out at 85 miles per hour. We're up to 500 feet per minute in our climb rate. Our climb rate's up to 1,000 feet per minute. We're maintaining our heading with the runway. We're going to continue to climb like this till we get 500 feet of altitude above the ground, at which point we will cut off the boost pump and make our turn to crosswind. So we're really climbing now. We're at 1,500 feet a minute. And we've got 3,000. Boost pump off. Gonna make our call. Mountain Empire traffic, Musketeer 9er Echo Mike. Crosswind 26, Mountain Empire. So we're looking around for traffic, making our turn, watching the speed to make sure we don't drop below 85. We're trying to climb out at about 90. When we get to 3,500 pattern altitude, we will level off, build up our speed, and then reduce power to be back in the pattern. Mountain Empire traffic, Musketeer 9er Echo Mike, downwind 26, Mountain Empire. So we're at 3,400. Still climbing at a pretty good rate. Be just a little bit further away from the runway. We're going to go out a little bit. We have our altitude. Going to put the nose down, build our speed up, and reduce power. So we're back to 2,300. We are parallel to the runway and heading in the opposite direction that we want to land in. So, carb heat on, boost pump on, fullest tank. We're coming up on the threshold. We're perpendicular to the threshold. We're going to reduce power down to 1,500 RPMs. Give it one notch of flaps, and then we're going to trim up, which basically means bringing the nose up in this case so that we are 80 miles an hour and descending. We're 45 off of the runway in, and we're going to make our call. Mountain Empire traffic, Musketeer 9er Echo Mike, base 26, Mountain Empire. Now, we're watching our speed, keeping it right at 80, keeping our turns shallow in the pattern, so we're at low speed. Mountain Empire traffic, Musketeer 9er Echo Mike, final 26, Mountain Empire. Making our turn to final. You'll see the runway come in sight here pretty soon. coming down. At the moment we're coming down at about 1,000 feet per minute. We got 500 feet to go. We're right at 3,000 feet. Airport's at 5,000. Getting a little fast, so we're taking off some power. Keeping it at 80. Line it up with the runway. Coming right in at 80. Lined up with the runway. 26. Looks like our lights are on. It's getting dark. Drop our flaps. So we got about 3,000 feet of runway left. We landed in about 2,000 feet. Mountain Empire traffic, Musketeer 9er Echo Mike. Back taxiing runway 26, Mountain Empire. That second landing was a little more satisfying. Still heard a little bit of squeak, don't like the squeak. Means I'm buying new tires sometime. So now we're back taxiing on 26. We could have cut across the grass, but I'm not sure how deep the grass or how wet the grass or how rough the grass is. So nobody's here in the pattern. Just going to take advantage of back taxiing on the runway. I think we got time for one more takeoff and landing. Mountain Empire traffic, Musketeer 9er Echo Mike, clear the active. Mountain Empire traffic, Musketeer 9er Echo Mike, taxiing runway 26, Mountain Empire. Alright, so we're cleaning up the plane. Carb heat off. We're going to get trimming the green. No need to redo the elevator tab is in the green, boost pump on. We're already leaned out. Done all our other checks, we've been flying. So this time we are going to do a short field takeoff, which means we're going to put in 15 degrees of flap. Mountain Empire traffic, Musketeer 9er Echo Mike, departing runway 26. We'll be staying in the pattern for a full stop landing. Mountain Empire. So this time we've got 15 degrees of flap. We're going to get as far down on the runway as we possibly can. We're going to line up with the runway. Apply the brakes. Full power. We got all the power we think we're going to get. Release the brakes. And the object of this takeoff is to see how short a distance we can take off. So I would say that was about 1,200 feet. We're going to stay down in ground effect. Build up our power, build up our speed, I mean. Got a positive rate of climb. We're going to let the flaps down. You'll see the plane come down a little bit. Climbing out at 85. So with no wind, paved runway, dry conditions, density altitude of about 4,000 feet. We can get off in about 1,200 feet. We probably needed another 1,000 feet to get that extra 50 feet for an obstacle. Climbing out at 85. We are now at 3,000. Boost pump off. Mountain Empire traffic, Musketeer 909er Echo Mike. Crosswind 26, Mountain Empire. Looking for traffic. Shallow turns. Speeds at about 90. Mountain Empire traffic, Musketeer 909er Echo Mike. Downwind 26, Mountain Empire. You can tell that the air's cooled down a little bit. We're climbing a lot faster, so we're at 3,500, level out. Speeds at over 100. We're gonna crank it back to 23 and trim it up for level flight. Probably need to move away from the runway just a tad, so. Have a real tendency to crowd the runway sometimes. All right, we're at 3,500. And we've pretty much got it trimmed up for level flight. Mountain Empire traffic, Musketeer 9er Echo Mike, downwind 26, Mountain Empire. So we're going to reduce our power. Carb heat is on. Boost pump is on. Fullest tank. Beam the runway. Reduce power. 1,500 RPMs. 1 degree of flap. Trim it up for 80. Now, we're going to do this one a little different. We are going to make a short field landing. So, let's go. Mountain Empire traffic, Musketeer 9er Echo Mike. Base 26, Mountain Empire. So, for the short field, once we turn final, we're going to add more flaps, slow our approach. Mountain Empire traffic, Musketeer 9er Echo Mike, final 26, Mountain Empire. Coming around. It's a steeper descent. Add those flaps, cut back the power. And we're headed for 74 miles an hour as our approach speed. Looking pretty good. Don't do a lot of these. Power's all the way off. We're just floating down. Floating, floating, floating. Floating is the problem. Here we come. So, not going to be that short. Flare. Stay lined up. Come in with a little extra power. There we go. Well, our short field wasn't short. We got stopped a little long, 2,200. Mountain Empire traffic, Musketeer 9er Echo Mike, back taxiing runway 26, Mountain Empire. All right, 3 landings, 3 takeoffs. We're going to call it a day. Sun's going down, the sky's beautiful. It is very hot in the plane. Open the door, let some air in. Open the window, let some air in. And that's about it for today. Mountain Empire traffic, Musketeer 9er Echo Mike, clear the active, Mountain Empire. Now we'll go over, see if they left us any room in the hangar. Put this girl away. I have not named my airplane. Anybody has any suggestions? Let me know. So like everything else, there's a checklist for shutdown. Try to get it turned around here, so I'll back it right in the hangar. All right, parking brake set. We don't do that. We are shutting down radios,